This is the A to Z of Manchester United. G is for Giggsy. As a rule, we're trying not to talk about current players, but how can you not mention Giggsy? The man is a legend. He has been with the club more than anyone else. He's played more than anyone else. He has won more than anyone else. He's the most decorated player in Premier League history. He's the only member of the class of '92 who's still going round, kicking a football, doing what he does best. He's been tearing them apart for God knows how long. G is for the Great War. Now, we're not saying the First World War was good for anyone, and Manchester United suffered as well. The league was cancelled, so our finances were getting drained even more than they already were. Plus, our players got involved in a match-fixing scandal with Liverpool players, of all people. But worst of all, one of our current players, Sandy Turnbull, was killed at Arras in 1917. G is for the greatest player to never play for Manchester United, but nearly play for Manchester United. It's Gazza, Paul Gascoigne. Now, Fergie doesn't regret a lot in his managerial career, but he completely opens up to the fact that he should have signed him when he could in '88, so Spurs fans, consider yourself lucky. Apparently the thing that swung it was Tottenham agreed to pay for a house for his mum and dad, and we couldn't because Fergie was on holiday. That's how they got him. G is for green and gold. Our original colours is Newton Heath LYR. Now, it wasn't until 1902 that we first stepped out in a red kit. Then, in 1992, the centenary of our league debut, the boys stepped out in a green and gold third kit. G is for goalkeepers. Now, we all know we have had some incredible goalkeepers in our time. Schmeichel, Van der Sar, De Gea's on his way. But it's sort of more interesting to look at some of the bad goalkeepers we've had. Jim Leighton, am I being harsh? Jim Leighton. We had Bosnich, he was off his face most of the time. And I don't like to mention his name, I said I would never do it again, but Taibbi. What? For the last few years, green and gold is making a resurgence at Old Trafford. You'll see a lot of green and gold scarves, and that's as a protest to another G, or technically, other Gs. G is for Glazers. They've been with us for 10 years now, like a persistent fungal infection. If you support United or know anyone who supports United, you're going to know that they're not very well liked. You know, we could talk for hours about the Glazers, about what they're bringing in and what they're taking out and the debt, but you know what, I don't want to give them the time of day. I'd rather just sit here in silence. What up, G's? That's G classed with. I'm feeling street after doing it. I'm not really feeling street at all. Put a comment below, we might have missed a few G's out. Share the video, subscribe to Full Time Devils because we're amazing. I'm going to read you a little extract from Roy Keane's Bedtime Stories, aka his autobiography, and this is what he had to say about him. I'm going to try to do the accent. Got to try, haven't you? I'd waited, not bad.